Could you give me your favorite thing about America in your best American accents?
Um, no, what I really love about Americans is that they will just compliment you out of nowhere. Walking down the street, minding your own business, someone will stop you and go, "Damn!" You get some. I've gone back to Australian.
G'day and welcome to the Big Down Under podcast. I'm Charlie Cotton and today I'm talking to two of the buffest guys you'll ever see. I mean, if you're listening to this at the start of the episode, fast forward to the end of the episode, they take their shirts off, okay? They take their shirts off and oh my God, these guys, I mean, they make Australians seem even hotter and more handsome over here, which I've benefited from. But then when the girls see what I'm working with, it's not as... These guys are huge over here. Thunder from Down Under are like the biggest male strip group in America. There's Chippendales, who are the like American equivalent, and there's Thunder from Down Under. They do all the cheeky Aussie lad stuff in Vegas. Girls go along with their bachelorette parties or for hens do's. They even say guys go along too, just to have a laugh. But it was great speaking to Alex and Liam, who have lived here in America, lived in Las Vegas for many years, doing this all Aussie strip show. So we talk about how come Americans love Aussies so much that we can have our own strip show. Our country's got and there's no other countries have their own strip show, but something about Australia and the attractiveness of Australians provides a job for these guys and many others for decades. Thunder from Down Under is like an institution. It's a franchise. They go around the world doing this. They tour around the world. So it really was great speaking to these icons, Aussie icons, who are over here, making it good over here, helping us Aussie guys look buffer and better to the Americans. So without further ado, here is Alex and Liam from Thunder from Down Under. Guys, I think it's a good question to start with. Why are Australians so sexy to Americans?
I think we're just exotic. You know what I mean? We're from the other side of the world, the side of the world that people can't be bothered getting to.
Right.
We're too far away from everybody else, so it makes us a little bit more exotic, I think.
Like you hear, when you speak, you hear like Americans, their ears perk up and suddenly you're a hot commodity. You guys, as well as I, like kind of benefit from the fact that Americans love us over here. Did you guys come over here originally to join Thunder from Down Under, or did it just happen that way?
Yeah, for Liam and myself, it was both the same. We got cast out of Australia. The head office there is on the Gold Coast, so you go up to a big high-rise office looking over the beach, and they say, "Hey, you want to go to America?" And it's a pretty appealing offer. So that's the way it happened for both me and Liam. Came here specifically for the job. There's some guys in the cast that have already established themselves here in Vegas doing other dance career stuff and have joined our cast that way. Mm-hmm. But yeah, for most of the guys, we've come from completely non-dance backgrounds and been brought over specifically to come and fill the boots.
So did you know you guys wanted to do something like this before you came over, or did it kind of just like fell in your lap like that?
It kind of fell in my lap. I think it might be the same for Alex as well, and a lot of us in the cast. I just I was in the right place at the right time, I suppose. I met somebody that was in the show, sort of, pitched it to me, and I sort of went in for the interview and got it that way. But I wasn't actually expecting to come over here because a lot of us in the show are actually just, basic Australian guys that, do a trade back at home or something like that, not necessarily in the entertainment industry. So that's why it wasn't really in my future, I didn't think, because I didn't think it was possible. You know what I mean? But we were lucky enough to come over here and do it.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And now, how long have you guys lived over here now?
I just passed the 7-year mark. Liam was here a little bit before me, started out on a touring team. And then eventually, sort of get yourself based in Vegas and create a proper, somewhat normal life out here. But 7-8 years for both of us.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm coming up to the 8-year mark now. Yeah, like when we first come over, so I toured for a year and a half when I first got here. went all around the States, went to a few different countries, and then I sort of established myself after a year and a half permanently here in Vegas.
Very
Just been doing
good.
the Vegas shows.
Yeah. What do you think of Vegas? Because Vegas is like, it's the desert. I know it gets hot. Is there much to do if you like live there? Because I imagine the casinos and the live shows get boring if you live there after a while. Like, do you enjoy living in Vegas?
Yeah, for sure. I think there's two sides to Vegas. You know what I mean? Like, I suppose everybody from the outside looking in always sees the strip, the nightclubs, the nightlife. You know what I mean? But when you live here, there's so much beautiful scenery around, like beautiful hikes and stuff like that as well. I know Alex likes to get out and do some hikes as well as myself. And there's like close drives. Even if you want to go snowboarding in winter, it's only an hour drive. You know what I mean? So there's plenty of outdoorsy stuff to do. That's for sure.
And what did your like friends and family think when you made the move over here? And now I'm like, do you call yourself strippers, or it's like male revue, or like what does your family think about what you do?
It probably depends on the conversation. If you're trying to impress a girl, it's, oh yeah, babe, I'm a male stripper in Vegas. But when you go back to the family Christmas, it's, oh yeah, we're in a very professional stage performance.
Right.
You know what I mean? It depends on the conversation, I'd say.
Does it impress girls when you say, you're part of Thunder from Down Under?
A particular girl, it impresses. You know what I'm saying?
I think it can fulfill a fantasy.
It can what?
It can fulfill a fantasy.
Right. I mean, you
That's
must
for
have
sure.
at shows, obviously the bachelorette parties there and everything. You must have like women throwing themselves at you every night.
Yeah, definitely. It definitely is a bit of a scene. After the shows, we always do a meet and greet. The last show of the night, we always do, go out to the bar and hang out with the girls who are at the show. And that is, I guess, a smorgasbord would probably be the right way of putting that.
Are you single?
I'm not.
Oh, you're married. So the smorgasbord, but you're like, I'll have none, thanks.
That part's off the record. But
Right.
yeah. You gotta keep your arms distance from everything going on.
And you too, Liam, do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah, I do have a girlfriend as well. Yeah.
What do your girlfriends think about like, what you do and, you're going out to the smorgasbord every night? You know what I mean?
There's a good amount of trust.
Yeah. They definitely like builds a little bit of tension. Don't get me wrong, as it would, you know what I mean? But we find a way around it, and I suppose like even Alex's wife, she's in the entertainment industry anyway, so she understands, whereas my girlfriend is not in the entertainment industry, so it might be a little bit harder to comprehend what we're doing, you know what I mean? But just having an understanding girlfriend helps, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Is she American, your girlfriend? Oh, and your wife, Alex?
Yeah. We both of us met our partners here in town, so they're Americans, and yeah, it's made things a bit more straightforward.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm married to an American too. We all came over here and got wed to an American.
You're on to the green card, mate. That's what I need.
The green card helps. The green card helps. You guys just on like some sort of exceptional entertainer sort of visa.
Yeah, we're sort of riding on the cusp of that, but we're just on the P1 visa at the moment. So
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I mean, you guys are married to an American. You guys are dating an American. Why don't you get married to her? Like that's a no-brainer. That's a no-brainer.
Alex has made the move. He understands what's going on. He understands the assignment moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally. I wanted to talk about obviously Thunder from Down Under is big over here because Americans like us. Would an American male revue show work in Australia? Like if they had sort of like you're a mate from the state, and it was if they had like something and there was all male. Do you think that we would be endeared to them like they're endeared to us?
I think it would. The hard part in Australia to replicate what we do here, the hard part to replicate in Australia is just the volume of crowds. There's nowhere like Vegas where you've got millions and millions of people coming through every year to see entertainment specifically. And then on the touring side too, you just don't have that many cities or towns across Australia you could tour to all year round. But I think the Australians would definitely, although in saying that also, Americans are so exposed in Australia. Everyone's seen Americans on TV. They know what, at least they know they think they should expect. Maybe it doesn't feel as exotic.
Yeah.
or as
I get
rare.
that. I get that. Yeah, it's a bit special to be in an Australia all the way over here, but you're right. Entertainment is all of it's American in Australia, just about.
Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, we've seen you guys, we know what this is about. So maybe, yeah, maybe we got a special thing going on, taking the Australian exports to Vegas.
I like that. I like that. Do you guys feel a rivalry or whatever with Chippendales? Because I know it's kind of like it's you guys who are the main ones in people's minds. And, is this bachelorette going to choose Chippendales or Thunder from Down Under? Do you guys have like a healthy rivalry?
I thought it would be like that when I was coming over here, but it's actually quite the opposite. I feel like a lot of us are friends with each other, you know what I mean? We work in the same industry. And yeah, we all sort of like run into each other at different events and stuff like that we do, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's not even really like that. Maybe a little bit here and there, you know what I mean? But we're mainly friends between all of us.
Oh, that's good. What's the main difference between your shows? Like, I know that you've got an Australian flair, but besides that, like, what is the difference when you put Chippendales and Thunder from Down Under next to each other?
I think it probably comes down to the recruitment and the hiring policy, because so many of us have come from complete non-dance backgrounds. It's got like a rawness and a different kind of energy to it that we bring as like, it's still got a novelty to it that we're on stage, we're in America. Whereas because they can hire Americans, they've got dancers in their show, you know what I mean? It's kind of a bit more, I don't know if professional or, yeah, ours maybe has a bit of that like rawness and that novel energy to it, I think.
I get that. You guys are kind of like boy next door, sort of come over to the strip. Whereas, Chippendales, yeah, is like that professional, like, dancer. I get that. That's that. And they're two different lanes as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't been to any thus far. Maybe next time I make it out to Vegas. But
yeah, we got to change that.
Right.
Yeah, come along. I always say to all my friends, even my guy friends, because sometimes, guys are weird about coming to the show, but it's a good laugh. It's a good time, you know what I mean? So it's a great place to come and just hang out anyway.
You get some fellas coming to the show just to have a laugh?
Yeah, for sure.
It wasn't that long ago, actually. It doesn't happen a lot, but a little while ago we had a full, like 12-person group of straight bachelor party. They just booked themselves a whole table, and it was like 12 straight dudes all just like whistling and hollering the whole show and having, obviously like trying to stitch up the right. Bachelor as well, but
or get him on stage for like a striptease or something.
Exactly. Right. Yeah, make sure he got some lap dances and trying to embarrass him as much as possible. And then they're in a room full of single, worked up, excited women too. So it's kind of a smart play.
I hadn't actually thought of that. Is your show has got to be one of the best places to like meet a woman, meet a girl in America?
I say that to my straight mates all the time. I'm like, yeah, don't be weird about coming. This is probably the best place you could probably meet a girl. You know what I mean? Even taking a girl on a date. If you're a straight guy taking a girl on a date to our show, that shows big dick energy for sure. You know what I mean? Like the confidence.
That's true.
By doing that.
But I mean, I don't know. If someone like me took a date there and they saw like, because Alex, basically, we got the same vibe, but you've got a lot more muscle than I do. I wouldn't want her seeing you and seeing me next, then choosing something else.
Yeah, I don't know. They could work in your favor as well.
True.
It'll work in your favor.
True. Yeah. On that, what's your policy on like sock stuffing? You guys at your shows, I mean, it used to be an embarrassing, sock, but now I feel like, if you want to sock stuff, then, let that freak flag fly.
The show we put on is definitely like sexy in nature, but it's by no means erotic. So there's no like, you go to some other male clubs or whatever, and they're like pumping things up and tying things off.
Yeah.
We play it pretty low key with that. So yeah, there's no real, reason or requirement to enhance the appearance.
Heyo.
Down there, I don't know. Maybe some guys wish they could or whatever. And in all fairness, you could if you wanted to chuck a sock down their thong, but
why not?
I don't think anyone in the cast is actively partaking in that.
I would. I would.
I think it's more embarrassing to get caught with a sock.
That would be,
Then,
that would be. And
then
then you pull it out.
everybody has, as a male, everybody has their good and bad days, right? But if you get caught with a sock, that's a terrible day.
Oh, deal breaker.
I've got to add to that. It wasn't so much the sock move, but one of many MCs that have been in the show was known for wearing fake butt pads. So that's kind of like the reverse situation.
Oh, he was insecure about his butt, so he put butt pads there.
Yeah, the padded out underwear, wanted to fill out his trousers a bit more.
Oh, I didn't, because I've never do women love our butts? I guess if you got a muscular butt like Jarl's, then maybe they would care.
Yeah, I don't know if it was just for his own mentality or if the girls really, got around that, but he was definitely doing it.
That is hilarious. Why don't you guys have a female Thunder from Down Under? Like, why not a whole show? Like, you guys could do the male review, then there could be a female review, Thunder from Down Under.
I think it's such a different industry. It hits so differently. A room full of dudes looking at women on stage is such a different environment versus a room full of women watching the men on stage. And what we do is kind of like a big party in the room. It feels like a fun night out or hosting a house party, you know what I mean? Whereas the reverse, that like strip club kind of environment is a whole different energy.
Interesting. That is, because I guess if there was like a whole bunch of guys like just leering at, 5 girls, then it would just seem a little bit off. But the reverse is kind of fun. That is weird though.
Yeah, something about the male female dynamics, it doesn't translate to switch it, I think.
Huh. That is interesting.
I mean, there are plenty of topless shows out here and female shows, but I think they do something very different too. They're not putting on this big party and big like fun night out for huge groups of bachelors. It's more kind of like something different.
Right. Do you guys have groupies or regulars who come to many shows?
Yeah, we do. We definitely do. We've got some people ticking up, they're in like the mid-hundreds shows. We'll get people that come at least once a week kind of thing, if not more. You know what I mean? People fly in, come to like multiple shows over the weekend. People will fly around after the touring team to, go watch shows as well where they can. So yeah, there's definitely some regulars, that's for sure.
Wow. So they're like just Vegas locals who just really dig your vibe and want to be your best friend. Are they men or women?
Mainly women, but there's definitely a couple of guys in there as well. Yeah.
That come to.
There's there's one lady who actually is a Vegas local and is clocking up close to 700 shows.
Stop it.
Yeah. And I think she is like aware of some record. There was a lady before her who went to even more, and she's like, we're working towards that.
Oh my God.
There's another couple of ladies. It's actually a mother-daughter combo who are from California and flew to Australia to see our shows when we were doing the Australian tour as well.
Oh my God.
So yeah, there's some really it's cool to see how much people enjoy the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's impressive.
It is. Have you had any sort of like special requests from big fans?
Well, what do you mean by that?
Whatever you are inferring is exactly what I mean.
Well put.
There's definitely been some requests. I don't know if we can speak about them or not, but yeah, some requests that had to be turned down, obviously.
Are there any requests that
put on the table?
Are there any just like silly things they wanted you like to sign this or do that, or what? Are there any things you can talk about that a fan has wanted you to do?
Oh, I think probably one of the biggest moments for me throughout my career in Thunder was this lady got me to sign. Obviously, we sign stuff for them every night, but she got me to sign this piece of paper especially, and she got my signature tattooed on her.
Wow. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
That's a proud moment for myself.
Yeah.
I love that.
And what about you, Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, Alex, what about you?
Yeah, I had a case of mistaken identity is kind of what happened. Had this older lady. She's maybe in like mid-70s or something, comes up to me after the show. She sat with me for the pictures we do on stage and is kind of hanging around afterwards. And she's like, so you coming up to the room?
Mm.
And I'm like, and she acts like it was already prearranged. And I was like, politely declined, thank you, but no thank you. I won't be attending your hotel room. And then I can't remember how I found out, but like she was back at the show weeks later, and it came out that she'd been catfished by someone using all my pictures and content off social media. She thought we'd been talking. I think she thought she sent me money. I think there was funds involved as well. And she turns up to the show thinking, oh yeah, we've got this relationship. We've probably already talked about it. He's come, like,
that's amazing.
Very awkward scenario to get myself involved in. But yeah, it was because of what had already happened before she even arrived to the show.
That is hilarious. Do you get any celebrities coming to the shows? I know they go to, Usher concert and that sort of stuff. That they come to your show?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we've definitely had a few come in. I can't think of who we've had in recently. Alice in Wonderland, the DJ?
Yeah.
She's Australian. She came in pretty recently.
Oh, nice.
But there's been some pretty big names come in. Yeah.
What about Chrissy Teigen?
Oh.
Oh, yeah, Chrissy was in, yeah.
Chrissy Teigen likes Thunder from Down Under. Nice.
Chrissy Teigen was a big Liam fan.
Oh, was she really, Liam? Hands up.
Maybe she was. I'll take it.
Oh, wow. But then...
Yeah, we do these photos on stage afterwards, and people like who they like, you know what I mean? Chrissy Teigen made fast eye contact with Liam and sat straight on his lap. And yeah, it was a great visitor at the show. We also recently, or not too long ago, had Sting come through with his wife. That was really cool.
Sting brought his wife through. That's interesting.
Yeah.
But Chrissy didn't have...
was great after the show, saying good day to everyone and been really complimentary of the show too.
That's great. Chrissy didn't have John Legend there though.
No, John Legend was not attending Thunder.
Oh,
we missed out on John.
Oh no, yeah. She's got to bring him back. Part 2.
Yeah,
exactly. We actually had Fisher come into the show. Fisher the DJ.
Love Fisher.
And it was his wife's birthday, I believe, and he came in with a big group of people, and he ended up coming on stage and doing a routine in the middle of the show.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It was so hilarious. Funny. It was a great night. It was hilarious, yeah. But that was a good laugh for sure.
Hey, now I get everyone to do this. Could you give me your favorite thing about America in your best American accents?
Wish you told us about this earlier.
I should have told you. Go on, Alex is ready. Alex is ready.
Oh shit, maybe. Yeah, no, God, that was so bad.
I think I like myself a good Southern girl.
Go on, Alex. Alex is warming up.
Yeah, it's down here as opposed to like speaking up here.
Right.
No, what I really love about Americans is that they will just compliment you out of nowhere. Walking down the street, minding your own business, someone will stop you and go, damn. You get some... I've gone back to Australian.
That was good.
I got a couple sentences out.
Yeah,
but that's what I love about Americans.
To use an American accent is at the drive-through. I mean, you, Charlie, being an Australian as well, tell me you don't run into this problem all the time. When you go through any drive-through to get a coffee or whatever it may be, and you're at the speaker box and you're talking in the exact same language that they talk in, but for some reason it sounds like you're talking in a different language to them.
Oh, so
I feel like that's the only time I put on an American accent, and it is a terrible American accent. But you know what, Charlie? It gets me through.
That's right. Or if you're on the phone to one of those, like when you operator. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So maybe water, cheeseburger, you know what I mean? Can I get a Gatorade?
Nice.
So I might know some food items from going through, the fast food.
I like that. Hey, who do you think, in Australia, I went to strip clubs a little bit, and over here a bit more. I feel like strip club culture in America is bigger than it is in Australia. Maybe I'm mistaken, but I don't know. Are the people less prude, or are they more... What sort of cultural differences do you find with just strip shows in both countries?
I think the big thing that probably stems from a lot of it is the tipping culture.
Yeah.
Because you've got paper dollar bills and can like throw small amounts of money. It's not like in Australia, you're not going to like throw coins at people.
Yeah.
So it just doesn't work. So people are like into the tipping. It's like something fun that they want to do. While we don't encourage tipping at our show, but it kind of like, it still makes its way into the room. And even sometimes people will just like, you know, they won't even be tipping you, but they'll just have some money up in the air being like, hey, yeah, I want attention. Come get me.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really, it's just not as much of a thing in Australia.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah. I feel like Vegas is on another level as well, you know what I mean? Like it is Sin City, right? So it's just like another level with all that adult entertainment stuff as well.
Is there any Aussie celebrity you think could make a good member of Thunder from Down Under?
Oh,
like I don't know if you saw if
I mean, Chris Hemsworth is in pretty good shape these days.
Or did you see the recent photos of Robert Irwin?
There we go. Yeah.
Yes. He's actually looking good these days.
Surely he's looking for his break in America the same way his dad had it, and he just needs to get on the Thunder stage, and then he's laughing.
I think he might be going. I think he might be having there's a Steve Irwin event in Vegas like in a few months. I think he's like speaking at some Steve Irwin event in Vegas. He should come to your show, get the kid off. Finally, that could be everything.
He's definitely changed up the branding. That Bonds shoot with him and his jocks, that's a whole new Robert Irwin right there.
I know, right? Maybe he
feels very, very in line with the brand.
Yes.
I feel like we could easily create a routine around him as well, like bringing out some animals on stage.
No stingrays. No stingrays.
Australian man with cute animals, like it's going to win every time.
Totally.
We probably have been missing out not having like a khaki full like crocodile hunter routine so far. What lady doesn't like to see a guy in a khaki short sleeve shirt?
Yes.
The cargo shorts.
Totally. You got to get it done. You got to get it done. All right. These are my last few questions. The big finish. Do you guys get lots of underwear thrown at you on stage?
No.
It does occasionally happen though. That does occasionally happen.
It's a lucky night. You got to not often know.
Yeah.
One of our trademarks is throwing our undergarments out into the crowd. There's the tank top rip, and then that's, we don't need that again, so that's going out into the crowd. We do it the other way.
Nice. I like that. Have you guys had any injuries while performing, while stripping or anything like that?
Yeah, so it's definitely an injury-prone job, that's for sure. We go through the wars a little bit, you know what I mean, doing up to 12 shows a week, up to 3 shows a night. Now just dropped down to sort of 2 shows a night. So, people have blown out knees, ankles, legs. I've done my back. I know Chauncey doesn't have a great back either. I herniated 2 discs in my back, so dealing with that. But definitely a few injuries along the way.
The other risk management issue we have is that we're not only on stage in our show. Of course, it's interactive, so we're hopping over across tables, over like low walls, and we've definitely had people slip and fall off of those as well. We try and like take every accountability measure we can to stop that happening, but you're up on high surfaces. It's inevitable at some point.
Would you ever consider having a skinny guy or a chubby guy as part of the show?
You've got the job, Charlie. Let's get you out here.
Right. I mean, the world has changed. The world has changed. We are, body positive. So I think maybe you guys should have like the dad bod in there or something.
That part, yeah. You see it across like all sorts of marketing campaigns. People want to see all ranges of bodies. I think that applies to Thunder as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I think versatility is good sometimes. Yeah, for sure, can sell.
The most recognizable Australian dance in America has got to be Ray Gun doing her thing at the Olympics. Would you ever get the little Ray Gun routine out there? Was that hot?
Yeah. No. A grown man squirming on the floor. I wonder how you could bring some sex appeal into that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah, I think we'll leave that one off the stage. She put it on the stage in front of the whole world and embarrassed all of us. So we'll just leave it with her.
That's done now.
Moving forward. Yeah.
Have you guys got any special talents?
we actually Thunder just posted a video about this actually. I mean,
What?
the video you go watch on our Instagram, actually on the Thunder from Down Under Instagram. But Alex's was folding a fitted bed sheet, which he did terribly, which is an
Hey,
absolute laugh.
hey.
And
That's not a
he's
bad
so
talent.
domestic. He's such a domesticated man, and mine's actually making balloon animals. So, yeah,
Oh,
man of many.
that's very good.
Yeah.
The sexiest Australian animal, which is it?
Got to be the jacked up big red kangaroos.
Oh, there we go.
Super staunch.
That is
I
pretty
mean, maybe not the sexiest, but what about those little quackers? You
Oh,
know that
quokka.
are on that island, South Australia.
Yeah.
Quokka? Is it quokka?
Quokka, not a quacker. It's a quokka.
Yeah. See, I'm not completely familiar. I haven't gone to visit them yet, but I've seen them and they're super cute. So maybe not sexy, but yeah,
Yeah.
definitely cute.
All right, last thing. I got to ask you guys to pop the hood. You know, the ladies, a lot of lady fans of this show. Would you guys be willing to pop the hood? Show us your Northern Hemisphere. Oh,
Hood.
stop it.
I assume this is what you meant.
There we go. Oh, no way. No. Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Can't stand back any further.
Oh my God, you guys are bloody ripped. I didn't expect this.
Now's a good time. If any listeners are heading to Vegas, now's a good time to come to the show. We're just about to head into our content shoot week. Our bosses come out from Australia and take a bunch of videos and photos of us all. So everyone's in peak shape right now. It's a good time to come see the show.
Fantastic, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys coming on the pod. It was really nice talking to you and learning all about Thunder from Down Under. Next time in Vegas, next time I'm there, I'll come and join you guys. So thanks for coming on the pod. I appreciate it.
Legend. We'll hold you to it.
Awesome, guys.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you. Cheers. Christina,
Pardon.
how are ya?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Happy early birthday to you.
Oh, stop it. Thank you so much.
Is this the first birthday you're going to spend away from home?
No. I was here last year for my birthday.
You've been here over a year now.
Yes, I have.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a year and a half.
Congrats.
Thank you. It flies.
How do you spend your LA birthday? Is there anything you do?
I'm still trying to figure it out. I get a lot of anxiety before my birthday.
What?
Because I want to do big things. I want to celebrate. But then I get like too stressed about organizing it. And if anyone's going to have fun, if people are going to come, if they're going to bail early. So then I just like go into a spiral.
Yeah, you know, I haven't received any texts or...
I haven't organized anything.
Okay, if that's what you're saying.
I haven't.
Okay, well, very
It's
exciting.
very last minute.
Very
But
last
if you can come, that'd be great.
How old are you again? Actually,
Shut
never
the-
mind. Never mind.
Let's not go there. How's your Mother's Day?
Mother's Day was good. I mean, I didn't, I'm not sort of a bells and whistles.
I know. I
type.
asked you before if you spoiled Erin, and you said I'm not really a spoiler.
No, I'm a no-frills husband.
She's so lucky.
She's very, very lucky. And did you have a good Mother's Day?
I did. I texted my mum. I sent her a bottle of champagne.
Oh, that is sweet.
Thanks.
That is sweet.
Well, they're your mum.
All right, what has been happening this week down under?
This week, Down Under. So, the annual Steve Irwin Gala in Las Vegas was over the weekend.
Right.
So this is where, what's his name? Robert Irwin. This is where Robert Irwin, Terry, and Bindi all go and raise money for the Wildlife Warriors, their organization. But it was without Terry and Bindi this year.
It was just with Robert.
It was just Robert. They came over. They all came to Las Vegas. They were getting ready to show their support and, be there for the late Steve Irwin. And Bindi suffered a ruptured appendix.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so she was rushed to hospital for emergency surgery after just like a mere hours of touching down in Las Vegas.
Oh, that's scary.
Isn't that scary? So Terry was also missing. She stayed by Bindi's bedside in hospital. She's going to be okay, Robert said. He was still doing the carpet. He still did interviews and he said she's going to be okay, but she's going to have surgery. And, she wasn't ready for this. But yeah.
Now, dumb question.
Mm-hmm.
What is an appendix again? It's that part in your body that you don't need anymore. That's kind of in the...
Yeah, you can get them like your tonsils.
Is it something like, did we used to have tails? Is it something to do
What?
with that? Anyway, I'm not sure. I'm
Isn't
not
that a
sure.
tailbone?
Yeah, I don't know.
I actually
I
don't
shouldn't be
know.
doing science.
Yeah,
but,
I don't even know where the appendix is.
yeah,
It's
because if
somewhere in your stomach.
So that it actually burst inside of her.
I don't think it
That's
burst
dangerous.
yet, but it was going to. She
Right,
said that
right.
the doctors, she wanted to keep going and she goes, like, I'll just keep doing this. Because she did interviews in the lead up. She was in Vegas. She did an interview with someone, a media outlet. And then she was in a lot of pain, was very uncomfortable. but wanted to push through for the gala, and then
Couldn't.
the doctor said no. It needs to come out now.
So she might still be in hospital today.
Yes.
Who knows?
Who knows? Hopefully she's okay. Thoughts out to the Irwin family. We love the Irwins.
But it's scary, like coming to another country and then something medically happens.
Yes, this is my fear. That's why when I came to America, I was like, oh my God, what's the health system like? What's the hospitals like?
Different.
Very different. I haven't needed to go, knock on wood. Is this wood?
I think it's plasticky wood.
Okay.
Well, shout out to you, Bindi.
Yes.
You're our favourite daughter, just about. Australia's.
Of Irwin. Oh,
Australia's.
yes. Of
Australia's favourite daughter.
Yeah,
Sorry
that's a
if
good.
that wasn't clear.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Next up.
Next
Do
up.
you know what's been making headlines this weekend in Australia?
Tell me.
Elsa Pataki and Chris Hemsworth's house.
Their house.
Their house.
Do they live in Byron Bay?
They live in Byron Bay, and they live on a 4.2 hectare estate in Byron Bay.
Mm-hmm.
This land is worth over $50 million.
The land that
Yes.
they live on.
Yes.
Oh.
And the locals dubbed it as Fortress Hemsworth. It has gymnasiums, a media room, a spa, a bowling alley, 6 sizable bedrooms, and it overlooks the Pacific Ocean. But fans are really focused on this one element of the house.
There's a weird element of the house, is it?
Well, I thought the bowling alley was pretty
Strange.
specific.
Yeah.
The pool. The pool is an Olympic length pool.
Wow.
That's insane.
But they got like a compound though. When like, if you can have anything at your compound to your heart's desire, maybe a pool's one of those.
What would yours be?
What do I? Just something to do, like a hot box room here.
I was going to say a big marijuana.
Yeah,
room.
some sort of dispensary on site.
Yeah. Like someone working there?
That would be nice.
Okay,
I'm a
yeah.
simple man.
Yeah.
I'm a simple man. Just about that. But they're like, I've seen photos of their property and it is maybe the most remarkable, like just view out in Byron Bay. He actually they kind of made Byron Bay cool. Like,
Byron Bay, I think Byron Bay was quite underestimated
it was kind
for
of
a long time.
It wasn't about pot smokers and
hippie vibes.
hippie vibes.
Yes.
Yeah. But then now they've made it kind of like celebrity vibes.
Yeah, and I don't think the locals like that.
Is that right?
Yes, because when the celebrities come and they want to move there and they just put their kids in the local schools, that then stops the locals from being able to get their kids into the schools.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, maybe.
But
They got the
lots of
luckiest
tourism.
kids. Those Hemsworth. Imagine being
that family. I want to
Chris's
be in that
kid.
family.
Yeah.
Just and they're living both lives. They can come to LA whenever they want. Go
Perfect.
back to Byron whenever they want.
We need to get successful somehow, Christina.
I know. I hope this podcast does it
I
for us.
hope. Man. It's a long way. It's a long way off.
But, you got to keep going. Keep
That's right.
hustling.
That's
Just like
right.
Harvey Levin.
Are you just like? So have you got a trifecta of?
I have a
stories?
third one.
Oh, good.
You know Phoebe Tonkin?
Yes, tried to get her on the podcast. Actually, hasn't returned to my emails.
Well, this is probably why.
Okay.
She got married on the weekend.
Wow, Phoebe.
Probably.
congrats.
Yeah, that's not a
She
good
was
enough
busy.
excuse.
She must have been busy. Yes. Now she'll get to it.
She was, yes, this is her first stop after her honeymoon, most likely.
Mhm.
So, yeah, she got married to her fiance, Bernard Lagrange.
Is that an Australian name or?
It doesn't
not?
sound like it,
Doesn't
but they got
sound.
married in New York City.
So she's probably marrying one of these Americans over here.
Get that green card. Lots
that green
of
card.
lots of big Aussie stars were there, including Margot Robbie.
Oh, she went to the
Yes.
party.
She went to the wedding. It's not
The
a
wedding.
party.
The,
it's a
the
wedding.
reception. Sorry, the reception.
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Teresa Palmer, Samara Weaving, Lara Worthington. Is
This
she
is-
known here, Lara Worthington?
She's not really. Sam Worthington, kind of known Avatar.
Yes, of course.
Lara kind of got a bit famous because she was with him,
Mhm.
and she's the "Where the bloody hell are you?"
Yeah, she
Australian
was
ad.
Australia's golden girl for
She
so
was.
long.
Wow, that was like all the Aussies were in New York.
All
for
of
that.
that little crew of Aussies were all here.
And your birthday party coming up is going to be just like the LA
Do you
equivalent.
think?
It is. It's going to be all the Aussie celebrities coming to Christina's birthday party.
Yeah. Hopefully Margot will show up. I've got to let her know.
How's Micah going with the kid? Not
Oh,
that
I
we
know. We don't know anything.
Got a little
I mean,
baby.
there was a photo of them all together. She looks great.
We don't know the
she's-
kid's name. It's a girl though.
It's a boy.
It's a boy. It's
Yes.
a boy. Okay.
Look great in a little red dress
Nice.
next to Lara. So
Nice.
that whole crew is all best buds. They all support each other and help each other out.
Fantastic. Well,
Yeah.
thank you very much for that, Christina.
Thank you. Anytime.
Excited about your birthday coming up.
Thanks so
I'll
much.
Wait for the
It's so-
invite. Can't wait.
Now I have to do something and invite you.
I know. Now you will. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Cotton.
And we'll see you guys here next week. Goodbye.